Zelda calls in Link's dreams. His uncle vanishes into the stormy night. Link follows, finds the secret entrance, and drops into the castle. The rain hides his path as the legend begins. Deep inside, Link finds his wounded uncle and takes up his sword. He storms the dungeon, breaks Zelda's cell, and saves the princess. Together, they face the darkness and begin their daring escape from the castle guards. Through the sewers and behind the throne, they find the hidden path. They reach the sanctuary's light. The priest protects Zelda, but Link's true battle for the kingdom of Hyrule is only just starting.
After the daring escape, Link is now a wanted man. His path leads him through the woods of Hyrule to find the elder Sahasrara. In Kakariko village, he searches for clues while royal guards patrol every corner, hunting for the boy from the prophecy. A secluded hut, he finally meets the wise elder. Sahasrara senses Link's courage and grants him the legendary Pegasus boots with this newfound speed. Link dashes back to the village library to retrieve the mysterious Book of Medora from atop the highest shelf. The ancient tome is the only key to deciphering the forgotten language of the gods. With the boots on his feet and the book in his hands, Link is finally prepared to unlock the secrets of the desert and the ancient temples. The real journey is only just beginning.
Equipped with the Pegasus boots and the Book of Medora, Link leaves the safety of the village. He journeys across the lush fields of Hyrule, heading far to the east where the ancient palace ruins lie hidden. The air grows heavy with the scent of old magic and overgrown vines. A massive stone monolith stands in his way, inscribed with symbols no living soul can read. Link opens the Book of Medora. As he translates the ancient Hylian prayer, the earth begins to tremble. The giant stones slide apart, revealing the dark path into the eastern palace. It is a test of strength. Inside, mechanical guardians and bottomless pits await the young hero. Link steps into the shadows, his sword ready. The first pendant of virtue is close, but the palace will not give it up without a fight.
The time for preparation is over. Link stands before the massive gates of the Eastern Palace, the first true bastion of ancient power. Inside, the air is thick with the traps of a lost civilization. Armed with his sword and the Pegasus boots, Link navigates through dark corridors filled with flying tiles and mechanical guards. Brilliant green light emerges, the pendant of courage. The first step toward the Master Sword is complete, but the journey is far from over. Somewhere in the vast desert of mystery, the next trial awaits. And legend says a great treasure of rubies is hidden along the way for those brave enough to find it. The desert sands hide many secrets, but the entrance remains sealed to the unworthy. Link must use the Book of Medora to translate the ancient Hylian stone. Only by whispering these forgotten words will the path to the desert palace finally open. Take a moment to prepare, for the heat is unforgiving, deep Within the sandstone corridors, a legendary treasure awaits. The power gloves grant Link the strength of giants. Watch as he effortlessly lifts massive boulders that once stood in his way. This is more than just a tool. It is the key to exploring the unreachable corners of Hyrule. New paths are now open, with the Landmalus defeated and the second pendant secured. Our work here is almost done. But a true hero seeks every advantage. We claim the hidden heart pieces from the desert cliffs and Agina's cave. Link is now stronger, wealthier, and ready for the climb. Next stop, the treacherous Death Mountain. Treacherous caves, but Link isn't alone. In the darkness, he encounters a mysterious old man. Link rescues him from the dangers of the underworld and guides him safely through the labyrinth of stone. A powerful artifact, the magic mirror, an item that can bring light to the darkest corners and allows Link to find his way back home, no matter how lost he becomes. Trap awaits. Link steps into a magical portal and is pulled into the dark world. Without the power of a special protection, he transforms into a pink rabbit. The adventure takes a completely unexpected turn.
As a helpless rabbit, Link discovers the true power of the magic mirror. By finding the right spot on the mountain, he can warp back to the light world, reaching places that were once impossible to touch. High on the western peaks, an ancient secret awaits. Using the Book of Medora to translate the forgotten language, Link summons the power of the heavens. The Ether Medallion is now his, granting him the command over ice and lightning. Death Mountain hides more than just magic. Behind every cracked wall lies a fortune. Link prepares to blast his way into hidden vaults, gathering the riches needed for the final climb to the Tower of Hera. Tall above the clouds, a vertical labyrinth filled with deadly traps. To claim the first pendant, Link must ascend to the very top, where the air is thin and the danger is high. Hidden in the highest reaches of the Tower of Hera lies the Moon Pearl. This ancient treasure is the only thing that can protect Link from the corrupting influence of the dark world, allowing him to keep his true form even in the shadows. Dian Moldorm awaits. One wrong move could send Link falling into the abyss. But with a well-timed strike to its tail, the beast falls, and the Pendant of Wisdom is finally ours.
Moldorm is down. With the third pendant and the Moon Pearl secured, we have everything we need. But our path doesn't lead home. We're heading deep into the misty heart of the Lost Woods to find the only weapon capable of shattering Agonim's dark magic. The myths were true. The pedestal is here, and the Master Sword is waiting. As the blade leaves the stone, ancient power surges through us. The legendary blade of evil's bane has finally returned to the hands of a hero. There's no time to celebrate. Sahasrah's warning echoes in our mind. The sanctuary has been breached and Zelda is being taken to the castle. The wait is over. We're heading straight to Agonim's tower to settle the score. Let's score.
The Master Sword is finally mine, and these guards are about to find out exactly what that means. One swing, and even the heavy armor of the Red Knights feels like paper. No more running. It's time to take back the castle. The castle is a labyrinth of secrets, but the Master Sword guides me. Every step higher takes me closer to the source of the corruption. I can hear Agonim's voice echoing from the tower above. There's no turning back now. I'm too late, or am I Agonim? Let her go. The Master Sword is glowing. It recognizes the ancient evil in front of me. This ends today, wizard.
This isn't the Hyrule I know. The Golden Land has been corrupted, turned into a nightmare by Ganon's greed. From the top of this pyramid, I can see the scale of the task ahead. The world is broken, and I'm the only one left to fix it. Through the darkness, their voices reached me. The 7 sages trapped in crystals across this twisted realm. They told me the truth. Agonim was just a pawn. Ganon has claimed the Triforce, and if I don't rescue the maidens and break the seal on his tower, both worlds will fall into eternal night. The animals of the light world have become monsters here. Every shadow hides a nightmare, and every step is a struggle for survival. These creatures don't just want to stop me, they want to consume what's left of my spirit. But they forgot one thing. I have the Master Sword. Agonim was a lie. This is the truth. Ganon, the Demon King, in his full, terrifying glory. He holds the Triforce, and he's reshaped reality into his own image. I've never felt power like this before. Behold, the face of greed corrupted. Ganon has cast aside his human disguise. This beast is the true master of the dark world. How can a simple sword stand against a living nightmare holding the power of gods? The royal guards are gone. In their place, Ganon has unleashed his own army brutish monsters that know only hunger and hate. Every bush, every rock could hide a patrol. In the dark world, the hunted doesn't become the hunter without a fight. Entrance to the first palace is sealed by ancient magic. My only hope is a strange, greedy companion I found in the hedges. Kiki the monkey knows the way, but his help has a price in gold. 100 rupees later, the path to the first maiden is finally open. The Palace of Darkness awaits.
But steel alone will not break these walls. I've unearthed the legendary magic hammer, a weapon of raw, crushing power. Ganon's unbreakable barriers are nothing more than glass before me now. The ground trembles with every strike. The path is finally clear. The dead do not rest in these halls. The Stalfos, Ganon's skeletal sentinels, rising from the dust to block my path. They think their brittle bones can withstand the Master Sword. They are mistaken. Every strike of my blade, every swing of the hammer, shatters their curse. I will turn this army of bone back into the shadows where they belong. There he is, the Helmasaur King, a titan of iron and scales. That massive mask looks impenetrable, a fortress on his very face. But even kings have a weakness. It's time to see if his armor can withstand the weight of my fury. This ends today. The Iron Crown has finally shattered. With the Helmasaur King defeated, the first maiden is free from her crystal prison. Her light is a beacon of hope in this desolate, dark world, a reminder that the courage of one can defy the shadows of many. One victory won, but the path to Ganon's throne is still long and treacherous. I must keep moving before the darkness closes in again. I leave the ruins of the palace behind and head deep into the rot of the great swamp. The air here is heavy with the scent of decay, and the water is stagnant and foul. Every step is a fight against the terrain itself, a journey through a landscape corrupted by Ganon's dark will. The twisted trees whisper of those who entered these mists and never returned. But I carry the light of the maidens. I will not falter. The entrance to the next fortress is guarded by those who thrive in this filth. Ganon's soldiers are waiting in the shadows, hoping to end my quest before I can even reach the gates. They have no idea who they are facing. My blade is ready, my shield is set, and my resolve is stronger than ever. This swamp will not be my grave, it will be the next step toward the end of Ganon's reign.
Deep within the great swamp lies a flooded fortress of decay, the Swamp Palace. To reach its core, I have to navigate rising waters and shifting tides, all while the stench of rot fills the air. Every corridor hides a new horror, but the light of the maidens guides my way. In the deepest chamber, the master of the mire awaits, Vitreous, a colossal eye staring from the sludge, protected by a swarm of smaller watchers. It strikes with lightning and malice, trying to drown the hope of Hyrule in its filth. But my blade is faster than its gaze. One by one, the eyes fall. The sludge recedes. With a final strike, the beast is silenced, and another piece of my strength returns. The second maiden is near, and the path to Ganon's downfall grows clearer with every victory. The swamp has been conquered.
In a world torn apart, some paths can only be crossed by iron and will. With the hookshot in hand, the impossible chasms of the dark world are no longer an obstacle. I swing through the shadows, moving closer to the heart of the corruption. Ahead lies the skull woods, a skeletal remains of a forest where the trees themselves seem to watch your every move. The air is thick with the scent of old bone and ancient magic. The entrance to the next palace awaits, hidden within the jaws of death. Ganon's shadow is strong here, but my resolve is stronger. Let the forest try to keep its secrets. The Lost Woods were once a place of mystery. Now, in the shadow of Ganon, they are a graveyard. The Skull Woods. Here, the ground itself feels like it's made of ancient bones, and every shadow hides a trap. Deep within the skeletal palace, I face the master of the hive, Mithula. In a chamber where the floor itself is an enemy, I must keep my footing while the giant moth strikes with beams of dark energy. One slip means certain death on the spikes.
But the fire rod burns through the darkness. With the third maiden rescued, the light of hope grows stronger. I am deep in the dark world now, but I will not stop until the legend is restored. The forest has been conquered.
In a world consumed by shadow, strength is not always found in steel. Sometimes, the greatest power is to remain unseen. Beneath a heavy grave in the royal cemetery, I claimed the ethereal shroud. With this magic cape, I become a ghost, a fleeting shadow in a dying realm. No blade can strike what it cannot touch. To conquer the earth, one must wake the ancient ones. At the edge of the lake of despair, the great catfish rises from the depths. He grants me the Quake Medallion, a tablet of stone that commands the very ground to tremble. Then I strike, the mountains will bow, and my enemies will be swallowed by the soil. But even a hero must sometimes find a faster path. With a simple melody on a wooden flute, the stone bird of the village square takes flight once more. He is my wings across the divide, carrying the legend from the peaks of Death Mountain to the deepest forests. The preparation is complete. The Ice Palace is next.
The Village of Outcasts. A place where the light of hope struggles to pierce the darkness. Here, beneath the gaze of a stone gargoyle, lies the entrance to the lair of thieves. Within its treacherous halls, illusion and deception are my greatest foes. Walls shift, and the shadows play tricks on the mind. Every step a gamble, every turn a potential trap. But the Master Sword guides me. To fast blind disguise, he hides behind a facade of innocence. But the truth burns brighter than any flame. The fourth crystal awaits. The thief will fall.
The Titan's mitts, gauntlets of ancient power that defy the laws of weight. With a single heave, I lift the crushing weight of the shadow world. Beneath the stone, I find him, a master smith, cursed into the form of a wretched frog. Free from his stony prison, his only wish is to return to the light. I carry the hope of a craftsman back to his forge. The first step to a sharper blade has been taken. With the power to lift the heaviest stones, I reunited the lost smiths of the Shadow Realm. Together, they hammered the Master Sword on their ancient anvil until the steel glowed like a dying star. The blade is tempered, a crimson weapon for a dark journey. The path to the next crystal lies hidden in the center of a frozen lake. To reach it, I must leave the solid ground behind and take to the skies. On the wings of a silent traveler, I fly toward the heart of the frost. The Ice Palace awaits, and its cold breath is already calling.
The Ice Palace, a tomb of crystal and cold, where the very air tries to steal your breath. Deep beneath the frozen lake, the floors are slick with death. One wrong step leads to the abyss. Within these frozen walls, I find the blue mail. Armor forged from the coldest steel to guard my life against the shadows. But the heart of the palace is guarded by cold stare. An eye of ancient ice, waiting in the silence. The fire rod shatters the frost, and my blade finishes the work. The fifth maiden is free. The cold is broken. The air here is thick with the scent of rot and ancient malice. The misery mire. To enter this sunken tomb, I must command the heavens themselves. Raising the ether, medallion high, I call upon the storm. Lightning tears the sky asunder, and the earth trembles as the way is revealed. Inside, the sludge itself seems to breathe, vitreous, a mountain of pulsating eyes. Watches from the filth. He thinks the darkness will protect him. Avrum, I will cut through the slime and the shadows until the sixth crystal is mine. The maiden will be free, and Ganon's tower is finally within reach.
Deep within the belly of the turtle, I found a relic of pure light, the mirror shield. Its surface is so polished it reflects the very malice of Ganon's servants. My defense is now absolute. At the heart of the mountain, Trinex waits. A beast of 3 heads, one of frost, one of flame, and one of stone. I must balance the elements to survive. Fire against ice, ice against fire. With Trinex defeated, the final crystal is mine. Together, the light of the 7 maidens pierces the shadows. The barrier is shattering. The tower is open. The hunt is almost over. The tower is a monument to despair. A vertical labyrinth where every step is paid for in blood. I climb through the echoes of my past battles, rising higher into the heart of the storm. A Ganon waits at the summit. He strikes with the fury of a dying god, but my shield is a mirror to his soul. I reflect his malice back until his form shatters. From the remains of the priest, a shadow rises. Ganon, he flees to the Pyramid of Power. The time for games is over. One hero, one king, one fate for Hyrule. I have chased the shadow to its heart. Here, in the belly of the pyramid, the King of Darkness waits, Ganon, a beast born of greed and ancient malice. The fate of 2 worlds rests on this final dance. The Master Sword drew blood, but only light can end a god. As the darkness closed in, I drew the silver arrow, a streak of starlight through the void. IT struck true, shattering the darkness forever. In the silence that followed, I found it, the Triforce. I touched the golden crest and made my wish to heal the wounds of the land, to let the sun rise over Hyrule once more. The legend is complete.